Dear friend, today I have got a book to review. This is Haruki Murakami's Norwegian Wood. This is an interesting book in many sense. Whenever you try to take this book and try to read this book, you will get an interest and hunger to read it continue. So whenever I try to read this book, I found it deals with a universal element. Its plot is very simple. You can find everywhere. Where you are, it doesn't matter. You are reading a book that will tell your story. This book starts with a boy who is retelling his story after 37 years. That means after 18 years when he is 37 years. So in that sense, it is a remembering his incident. In that incident, we get contact with all our childhood fancies and at the same time the young adulthood story of life. So I think why you will read it. It tells the story of university. It is a melting pot of culture. In that university, that environment which has been described here, it is very universal. The characters, there are a lot of characters. The main character, Toru Watanabe, he has an fascination. He goes through a lot of trials of her life and he discovered that whom he loves, really, she doesn't love her. She committed suicide. In the pages of this story, when I try to read it, I find the sense of suicide. Lot of suicide case here, and who has no passion in life, who has no ambition of his life, he is sure to commit suicide. In the chapter, there is a peculiar character, Nagasawa, who is a womanizer in that sense. He is a son of a rich man, but he enjoys women and reading. The main character and Nagasawa get contact by the sense of reading book, but he discover Nagasawa is a womanizer and reads book. But later stage of her life, he finds a solution of life. He wants to be a diplomat and he got that job. But in that character, Toru Watanabe, he goes through lot of trials, but he's a very hardworking boy. When there was a demonstration in the university, he didn't join himself. He has a dislike of that, but he discovered true meanings of that life who are participating in the demonstration, but after that they are also joining the class. Few days ago, they chanted slogans of destruction of the rules and regulation, but later they joined the classes. So, in that perspective, he works here. He contacted with the girl, the heroine of this book, and later he discovered he is not liked by her. Here is another woman, Reiko, but it proves that whatever the love it is, really there is no platonic love. It turns into a sexual love. So I think uh, we have to be very cautious in the lifetime, in the adulthood or younghood. We must be very careful in that sense. Sometimes it will create a different kind of passions, and we must not go in that road that will take us to suicide. Here is another character, Midori. He's a very peculiar character. He has a passion in her life. He adjusted with all the situation and he ambitions to get much more baby, a happy family, but her family is a tossed, different kind of problem. And he passed with his father in the hospital, but when uh, her father was died, after the funeral, he celebrated it with drinking wine. And sometimes these two characters, Midori and Toru Watanabe, drank a lot, but the neighbors are burning. So these types of psychological perspective got a place in this novel. So whenever you will read it, you will get a lot of world's view. It will give you insight. And for this reason, I read this book and I suggest to read all of you. And this story is very commonplace, but whenever you will read, you will feel a urge or thirst to finish it, and you will get the pleasures of reading in every pages. It is like in a cinema or film, and you cannot predict what will happen, but you can tell some paraphrases of this story. So thank you very much